Your blurry vision after 40 might not be just about aging eyes. In many cases, it is also about how your brain manages energy inside the body. Think of your brain as a careful manager. Every day it decides which systems deserve more attention and which ones receive less. And sometimes your eyes slowly move down that priority list. Vision is not simply a camera wearing out over time. Your eyes work more like living sensors that constantly respond to light, movement, attention, and signals from the rest of your body. Most people solve the problem with stronger glasses, but today we explore a different idea. Supporting visual health may begin with understanding how the system behind your eyes works. As many people enter their 40s or 50s, they begin to notice a frustrating blur when reading small text or focusing on nearby objects. In most cases, this change isn't caused by sudden damage to the eyes. Instead, it is usually linked to natural changes in how the eye's focusing system works over time. The lens inside the eye gradually becomes less flexible, making it harder to adjust quickly between different distances. This common process is known as presbyopia and affects millions of people as they age. However, vision is not controlled by the eyes alone. The brain also plays an important role in how we process visual information and respond to what we see. By keeping the visual system active through varied visual tasks, movement, and regular eye care, many people can continue supporting healthy visual function for years to come. This change in vision is also connected to how your cells manage energy over time. Your eyes are among the most metabolically active tissues in the entire body. In fact, the retina consumes a remarkable amount of oxygen and nutrients to keep visual signals flowing to the brain. As we age, the tiny energy producers inside our cells, called mitochondria, gradually become less efficient. At the same time, circulation in the small blood vessels of the eye can also change. Together, these shifts may affect how efficiently the eye's tissues receive and use energy. Instead of failing suddenly, the visual system often adapts to these changes. You might notice subtle signs like reduced contrast, sensitivity, or greater sensitivity to glare, especially in low light. These changes are common with age and reflect how the visual system adjusts to maintain stability over time. As we continue exploring how the eyes manage energy and circulation, another factor worth considering is how oxygen and nutrients reach these highly active tissues. The retina depends on a steady supply of blood flow to maintain clear visual signaling. Some research suggests that caffeine can temporarily influence circulation in parts of the body, and in certain studies, it has been associated with short-term increases in ocular blood flow. For many people, moderate caffeine intake may stimulate the nervous system and briefly support alertness and circulation. However, context appears to matter. Circulation and visual comfort are often influenced by multiple lifestyle factors working together. Light physical movement and exposure to natural daylight can help support overall blood flow and healthy daily rhythms. In contrast, remaining seated for long periods in front of bright screens may contribute to eye strain and reduce visual comfort. Supporting the eyes, therefore, involves more than a single habit. Regular movement, balanced caffeine intake, and time in natural light can work together to help maintain healthy visual function over time. Once circulation and oxygen delivery improve, the retina still depends on proper nutritional support to maintain clear visual signals. Among the most studied compounds for eye health are lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that naturally accumulate in the retina. Researchers suggest they may help filter excess light and support the stability of retinal cells. This process can contribute to clearer visual communication between the eyes and the brain. However, the key factor is not simply the amount consumed, but how effectively the body absorbs these nutrients. Lutein and zeaxanthin are fat-soluble, meaning they are absorbed more efficiently when eaten with healthy fats. For example, egg yolks naturally contain both carotenoids and fats that assist absorption. Likewise, preparing vegetables like spinach with olive oil may improve the body's ability to utilize these compounds. Consistent dietary patterns often play a larger role than supplements alone. Even with balanced nutrition and improved circulation, your visual system can remain restricted if the focusing muscles lose their flexibility. Inside the eye, the ciliary muscle controls how the lens changes shape to shift between near and distant vision. It contracts when reading or looking at screens and relaxes when viewing distant objects. In modern life, however, digital devices keep this muscle in a near-focus position for hours each day. Over time, the issue is not true weakness, but reduced mobility. A useful comparison is holding your arm bent for many hours. The muscle becomes tight and stiff rather than stronger. Something similar can occur with prolonged screen use. Reading glasses can help reduce strain, though regular visual breaks and varied focus may also support eye comfort. To break this cycle of stiffness, the visual system needs to shift from passive staring to active engagement with the environment. One simple method is distance gazing, which means intentionally spending time looking at faraway objects such as trees, buildings, or clouds. Stepping away from screens and allowing the eyes to focus on distant scenery encourages the ciliary muscle to relax after long periods of near work. This change can help the focusing system regain a more natural range of motion. However, distance alone is not the only factor. Active tracking adds another layer of stimulation for the visual pathways. When you follow moving elements like birds in flight or leaves drifting in the wind, your eyes must constantly adjust focus and direction. This coordinated movement encourages communication between the eyes and the brain. Over time, varied visual activity can help maintain flexibility in the focusing system and support a more responsive pattern of vision. Building on the idea of active visual engagement, a simple routine can help prevent the focus system from becoming locked during long periods of screen use. A widely discussed guideline is the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes of digital work, shift your gaze to something about 20 feet away for at least 20 seconds. This brief pause allows the focusing muscles to relax after sustained near vision. During this short reset, slow blinking also plays an important role. Blinking helps restore the tear film that coats the eye surface, which supports clearer light transmission and overall visual comfort. To make the break more dynamic, you can gently change your focal point between several distances. For example, look at an object around 20 feet away, then one closer, such as 10 feet, and then return to the farther point. This small shift encourages natural focus adjustments and keeps the visual system responsive during extended screen work. Alongside active focus changes, the visual system also benefits from periods of deliberate rest. One simple relaxation method often mentioned in vision routines is called palming. This practice involves gently rubbing your hands together until they feel warm, then placing your palms over your closed eyes without applying pressure. The goal is to create a comfortable environment of warmth and darkness. Warmth around the eyes may help relax the surrounding muscles, while the temporary absence of light reduces stimulation, reaching the visual receptors. After long periods of screen exposure, this brief pause can feel noticeably calming for many people. Some small studies and observational reports suggest that short relaxation breaks like this may reduce feelings of eye strain during the day. In practical terms, the value of palming is less about a single dramatic change and more about balance. When moments of visual effort are paired with intentional recovery, the eyes and brain can maintain a steadier rhythm of work and rest. This moment of relaxation leads to a broader insight about how the brain manages visual performance. The nervous system tends to prioritize functions that are used regularly and challenged in different ways. When visual tasks become repetitive or overly simplified, the brain may gradually reduce the attention it gives to fine visual detail. Habits such as constantly enlarging text or avoiding visually demanding situations can unintentionally lower the level of stimulation the visual system receives. To maintain strong visual engagement, it can be helpful to include varied visual activities in everyday life. Reading printed books, noticing distant signs while walking, or assembling detailed puzzles are simple examples that encourage the eyes to process different distances, patterns, and lighting conditions. These small challenges stimulate coordination between the eyes and the brain. Over time, a more diverse visual environment may help keep the visual system responsive and actively involved in daily tasks. The final piece of this system involves the body's overall metabolic balance, which strongly influences how the brain manages energy and attention. The visual system is closely connected to factors such as sleep quality, stress levels, and stable nutrition. When the body experiences chronic fatigue or irregular sleep, the brain often prioritizes essential survival processes rather than high-precision tasks like detailed visual processing. Supporting healthy daily rhythms can therefore play an important role in maintaining visual performance. Consistent sleep, balanced meals, and stable energy levels help create conditions where the nervous system can function more efficiently. Some studies have shown that improved sleep quality is associated with faster visual response times and better cognitive processing during the day. In this way, eyesight is not only related to age or screen habits, it can also reflect the broader condition of the body's recovery systems, showing how well the brain and body are working together to maintain clarity and focus. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to support the channel. Thanks for the support.